we began with a controversy brewing in Canada that has grabbed headlines, both there and Indian community worldwide. Harjit Sajjan, a Canadian federal minister of Indian origin, is under fire for attending a Taylor Swift concert with his daughter using what critics are calling taxpayer fund ticket. Let's unpack the story and see why it has become such a great deal. Harjit Sajjan, who leads the Pacific Economic Development Agency of Canada, attended Taylor Swift's concert in Vancouver. The tickets were provided by PAFCO, a crown corporation in British Columbia that manages the BC Place Stadium, where Swift's concert was held. But let me tell you, these weren't just freebies handed out randomly. PAFCO has a program where tickets are donated to raise money for charities, specifically food banks. Attendees, including Sajjan, was required to make a significant contribution to charity in return for the tickets. Now, Sajjan donated $1,500 to Greater Vancouver Food Bank as part of this initiative. He justified his attendance, saying that the concert supported a good cause and aligned with Taylor Swift's charitable effort. In fact, the program has raised over $1 million for charities, and Sajjan emphasized that this wasn't about personal gain, but about something contributing to a noble cause. Then here comes the backlash. Despite this explanation, Sajjan is facing criticism from opposition leader and ethics expert. The main argument is about optics, whether it was appropriate for a federal minister to accept tickets in this manner, even if it wasn't technically against the rule. NDP leader Jagmeet Singh called it very concerning, specifically during a time when Canadians are struggling with the cost of living crisis. He said it shows poor judgment. Conservative MP Mitchell Barrett labelled it absolutely unacceptable, arguing that Sajjan got the tickets because of his position and the connection. Meanwhile, ethics experts chipped in, saying that politicians need to think beyond technical rules and consider public perception. Interestingly, other leaders like Vancouver Mayor Ken Sim and BC Premier David Eby were also offered tickets by PAFCO, but they clearly denied. But Sajjan didn't act without guidance. Before accepting the tickets, he contacted the Canada's Conflict of Interest and Ethics Commissioner for the approval. The commissioner clarified that the donation that was made wouldn't consider as a gift under the Conflict of Interest Act. His office also shared that Sajjan had initially purchased 4 tickets of Taylor Swift's Toronto concert, but later sold them to cause and chose to attend the Vancouver event instead of that. But why is it such a big deal? Let me tell you. The controversy comes at a time when inflation in Canada is soaring and housing and food costs are hitting high records. Indians, who make up a significant part of Canada's population and workforce, are among those feeling the pinch. Many are temporary workers or students struggling to make ends meet while contributing massively to the economy. Against this backdrop, critics argue that politicians enjoying perks, even for charitable causes, sends the wrong message. For context, Taylor Swift's Eras Tour is a global phenomenon. With nearly 150 performances across 5 continents over 2 years, the tour has smashed records, pulling in an estimate of $5 billion in revenue, including a boost to local economies in every city that she has performed in. In Vancouver alone, her show has drawn massive crowd, with tickets reportedly costing up to $1,500 each for a premium seat. Now, for Indian origin Canadians, this story has sparked mixed reaction. On one hand, Harjit Sajjan is a celebrated figure, the first Sikh to serve as Canada's Ministry of National Defence. His journey from being an immigrant to holding top government position is a source of pride for many. But on the other hand, controversies like this can tarnish that image. Indian students, workers and families in Canada often face tough financial situations, juggling high rents, tuition fee and living costs. Many argue that leaders should lead by examples, showing solidarity with the struggles of the people that they represent. And yes, here's an interesting twist. This isn't the very first time when Sajjan has been in the spotlight for entertainment-related reasons. Earlier this year, Punjabi singer Diljit Dosanjh requested that 100 Canadian Armed Force soldiers participate in his Vancouver concert as part of his Dil Illuminati tour. Now, that request was obviously denied, but it sparked its own debate about the appropriate use of public resources. So, this controversy highlights the fine line politicians must walk between supporting the cause and maintaining public trust. Even if Sajjan's intentions were good, the optics of using taxpayer-linked resources for the concert ticket during tough economic times has created a perception problem. Now, specifically, if we talk about the Indian community, then this also raises question about how our leader balanced cultural pride, public service, and ethical boundaries. As citizens, we must hold our representative accountable while also celebrating their effort to make positive contribution. So, in the end, this story is more than just about Taylor Swift concert. It's a reflection of larger issue, ethics and politics, economic struggle and responsibility of public officials. Harjit Sajjan's action has sparked an important debate, one that resonates for beyond Canada's border, specifically within the Indian diaspora. So, what's your take? Was Sajjan right to accept the tickets for a charitable cause, or should he have declined to avoid the controversy? Let's discuss. That's all for today. Do follow TimesXP for more such videos.